Hi guys, welcome back to Smartphone Wars. Hi guys, this is Stephen Fox again, and today I'll be finally sharing my final thoughts on this absolutely amazing battery monster of a unique phone here, the K10000 Pro. Oukitel K10000 Pro is a 5.5-inch Full HD phone running Android Nougat with rear fingerprint scanner, Octa-Core processor, 3GB of RAM, 32GB of onboard storage, a huge 10,100 mAh battery. It supports fast charging, rear fingerprint scanner, splash and dust proof as well with 13 megapixel main camera. I was able to get 26 hours of video playback on this thing on a full charge over the course of 2 days when 4G and GPS were turned on all the time, and I was doing some menial tasks in the meantime, and this is incredible, I gotta tell you. Right guys, not beating around the bush. Since the battery life is the main selling point of this device, I'm gonna start with it, and the battery life is really incredible. Especially if you use this device as mainly for work and as a standby phone. This on a full charge can last you 3-4 weeks, even a month. With using it as a daily driver, if you're viewing lots of media, social medias, YouTube, watching clips from the disc itself, the battery will last you a very long time. You will get around 25 hours of screen on time. On the heavy gaming it's a bit less, but it's still 3 to 5 days of very heavy usage on this device. So great battery life indeed. This phone is by far very unique and a very well built device. The design choice this year is very luxurious with a leather back and very stylish to boot. This is a very manly and luxurious phone as well. I had lots of people asking me where I got it, what's this phone, is it very expensive? And I really do like the design. You can also check out the sunlight visibility on the screen is very good in direct sunlight as well. His Oukitel have confirmed this device is definitely splash proof, so any rain outside or you just drop it in like a puddle of water, it will not damage the device. However, it is definitely not really waterproof, so please don't take any showers with it, and definitely don't go swimming in the pool or the ocean with it. This time, however, Oukitel have improved on everything and even built a fingerprint scanner in there. The design, the screen, the performance and both cameras have been vastly improved, and we now have, thank you Lord, fast charging for the K10000 Pro, so you don't have to wait 6 hours for the whole battery to charge. It's just an upgrade all round, but what especially I like about it is the new design. It's absolutely fantastic. Whoever designed this phone, you speak to me like no one else does. It's just the design on this thing is both luxurious, tough and manly, and I just absolutely love it. It's the first phone that actually comes with its own leather bag. Just attached to your belt buckle and functions as a phone holder, because this phone is a bit heavy. It is, I think, far less heavier than the original, but it's still a bit heavy, and I would definitely recommend you using this to carry around with it. You might not look like the coolest kids on the block, but let me tell you, I just felt like an old school cowboy reaching for it every time. And although the phone is big, I didn't find it very hard to talk on too, and the earpiece was loud. I could hear everybody, be heard properly. It does have all the Google services integrated perfectly. Google Assistant works. Just say, "Okay, Google, find me the nearest pizza place."
Here are some listings for the nearest pizza place within 600.
In general performance speaking, this phone performs very well, and I had no issues, you know, running all my social apps like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, or even, I don't know, there's so many now. And Google Chrome with 3-4 taps in the background, and even one or two heavy games, it does perform very well, and it is quite snappy when you're using it. So it's a very, very good daily driver, to say the least. Performance is definitely up to par with the rest of the smartphones in the price category that is below $200. Since this is running Android Nougat, it's a very stock version of it. Absolutely no bloatware is found on this device. Just your regular Google apps. You can install anything from the Play Store and it works great. As you can see, all your social media apps open quickly and run very well on the Oukitel K10000 Pro. This MediaTek Octa-Core chip inside the MTK 6750T is still quite capable as a daily driver, delivering good performance with good multitasking, and it's an efficient chip when it comes to battery life for viewing medias, browsing, and even playing some light 3D games as well. You can see that the browsing performance on the K10000 Pro is up to par with anything in this price point, and the display is very responsive, makes it very nice and easy for you to write on it. I had a very good experience using this phone as a daily driver. Even if it's a bit too big for some people, it's still very well thought of. All the edges around it makes for a very good handling experience in general. And since of course you do get Android Nougat features like split screen multitasking and screen recording, as you can see here, doesn't trouble the CPU, the GPU or anything. This phone runs very well using split screen multitasking. It's a very capable daily driver experience in general with the K10000 Pro, as you would get with any phone around $200 on the market today. But if you're wondering how gaming is, I'll show you in just a few seconds. Of course, this phone does support good gaming experience. Now, don't expect the heaviest games to run very fluently on the K10000 Pro, but I found it. Personal favorites of mine, which are definitely not light games such as Modern Combat 5 and Need for Speed No Limit, had almost no frame drops and run very well on the K10000 Pro. So this is a very able gaming phone as well, and with the huge 10,000 mAh battery, I'm sure plenty of people will find this choice preferable if they do lots of gaming on the phone. Do know that the battery life drains much quicker when you're gaming, so if you're doing heavy gaming sessions for around 2-3 hours, don't expect the battery to last as long as you do with viewing media. You'll get around 7 to 9 hours of gaming time on a single charge, which is still far better than almost any device on the market today. Now let's talk about both cameras on the K10000 Pro. The both cameras have been vastly improved, but that doesn't mean that you get like Samsung A9 or Huawei P10 camera experience with the K10000 Pro, far from it. Now the original K10000 had a very okay-ish at the time main camera, but it's definitely not aged very well. This time Oukitel have definitely improved on the experience, and the 13 megapixel wide aperture at f1.8 sensor does deliver very good results, but in a few conditions, since this is definitely not the perfect camera phone, or you know, offering great camera experience, but there's plenty of detail. The sensor is allowed to go to a really low ISO level, offering good sharpness and color accuracy. But as far as software features, you get a picture-in-picture mode, a panorama, and that's it. There's no manual mode here. And the front camera was the Achilles heel of the original K10000. Here it's a bit better, but still really nothing special. Okay, definitely usable for social medias. I do recommend you using the HDR mode in the main camera, since the aperture is f2.4 and it doesn't really get a lot of light in those shots. But if you use HDR on it, you will get bit better results. Still nothing really fancy, but again, definitely I think it's usable for social medias. Since we're talking about a big phone here, I don't think the people using it will definitely care that much about the front camera. But the main camera, these are all shots I've taken with it. You can see in a few favorable conditions, when the sunlight is not directly coming from your front or there's some shade covering it, the photos are absolutely gorgeous. Especially the macro shots on this camera are insanely good, as you can check here. And of course, as I've mentioned, the front camera's HDR photos look much nicer and definitely much better for social medias. And in general, HDR mode is preferable if you think there's too much or too less light coming in, but it's in daylight conditions. There's plenty of details in those shots, but let me examine a few shots up close and tell you a bit more about them. Now it's as always, it's up to you to get the best shot, and I know how to get a good shot, and I've managed to get, as you can see, pretty good shots using the K10000 Pro, and this is without and with HDR enabled, so you can really check the differences, how it just brings the highlights on the object. So it's up to you if you want to use it, but if the sunlight is strong and it's coming directly to you, you're likely to get overexposed images. What's really improved is low light performance. This camera is actually a very good low light performer, especially at sub $200. This is a very good thing to have. As you can see, there's plenty of detail in that shot when there's pretty much no light at all, but the macro shots are just stunning on this camera. It's definitely very good for macros, and general photo quality, I'm very pleased with it. This is a very okay camera phone, which I think fans of the original K10000 feel like it's a huge upgrade. I wish the video quality was better, but it's still not quite bad. Oh, I do have some gripes with the K10000 Pro. The first being that, please listen to me, Oukitel. I've been working with you for so long. Please finally put a gyroscope sensor in your phones. This phone is great for navigation. The GPS on this device is very fast and accurate, and I never turn it off because of the big battery, and it's really good. But if it had a gyroscope to let me know exactly which way I'm going, you know, left or right, it would have really helped the phone. And also a magnetic sensor like a compass for those outdoors lovers. So if you're doing other upgrades on this phone eventually, I really hope you do, since the cable is the longer USB, and if you use a standard, just your regular cable to charge this phone, it won't fit because it needs to go all the way in. If you just use a standard one, it just doesn't connect with it. So be careful not to lose this cable. It does get very hot while charging. The 24-watt charger charges the entire battery in around 2.5 hours, which is absolutely fantastic for 10,000 mAh battery. But the phone does get very hot, so I definitely don't recommend you leaving it outside on the sun, and absolutely under no circumstances should you put a cover on it, or like put it under a pillow or blanket over it, because it might catch fire. I'm serious, it might catch fire. The Helio P20 inside this phone would definitely have made it the absolute best battery phone I can recommend. However, the 28nm MTK6750T is not very good when it comes to battery consumption under heavy gaming. So if you're doing too much gaming on this device, don't expect the battery to last as long as you're viewing media, browsing, or using through social medias. The Oukitel K10000 Pro, it's not just a phone, it's a lifestyle choice. And I think people buying this phone will definitely not be disappointed by it. Oukitel have made a great phone, improved absolutely every aspect of the original, except putting in those sensors that I even said in the first review that they would. But you can have everything. This is a sub $200, it's actually $180 right now for this amazing piece of quality device with a free leather bag, all those goodies, and you can charge your other phones with it. You do get fast charging, and that's it. And it's a great phone. It's a lifestyle choice. If you like it, if you want a big battery phone and you want the feel of a bigger phone in your hands, you know, to feel solid, this is definitely the device. With this, absolutely nothing like it's on the market today. And of course, as always, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy the phone if you want to buy it. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment below if you want to know anything else. I'm always happy to help.
Stick around.